Hey folks, Old Guy Fitness 1969 here. Talk about fitness. I talked about a couple different things. I talked about the race I just did. I did a tempo run. I did another run with my grandson. I'm going to take it back a little bit. Talk about fitness and where it all started. So, high school and before. So let's go with. Really, it was about fourth grade when I started becoming interested in athletics. I'll say. So third and fourth grade, somewhere around there, I was into football. I started wrestling in fourth grade in Pennsylvania, where I grew up. I will tell you, I tell the story a fair amount. People, there are high schools that don't have basketball teams because they take that money and divert it for football and wrestling. So it's just different there. Basketball is not as important. So wrestling it was, especially with me not being a really big dude. Wrestling made it nice because you could be any size and wrestle. Um, so I started in fourth grade. I did okay, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth grade. I was all right. Distinctly remember, we had this one coach. His name was Wayne Packer. He actually asked me when I was a freshman in junior high school, because where I went to school, 7, 8, 9 was junior high. He asked me to come up to wrestle varsity at 98 pounds. Not because I was great, because they didn't have anybody, so they took what they could get. I guess I was the best of what was there, which isn't necessarily great. Some of the things I remember about wrestling when it pertains to fitness, we would start every practice jumping rope because we needed to get our stamina, and we would jump rope for 20 minutes before we even started wrestling. That's where it all started. My fitness during that time, it was pretty common. I'd go to school, I'd go to wrestling practice when I'd wake up in the morning, I'd go for a run, usually about 5 miles in the morning, then I'd go to school, then I'd go to wrestling practice, and then I'd come home and I'd go to bed. And then I'd wake up the next morning and I'd run 5 miles, and I'd go to school and I'd go to wrestling practice, and I'd go home and go to bed. And that was it. And wrestling's a winter sport, and I'm in Pennsylvania, so guess what? It was cold, and sometimes there was snow on the ground, and that's what you did. You ran sometimes with snow on the ground. Again, if you like what you see, and hit that like button, by all means subscribe. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe to my channel. Add some comments down below and let me know what you think. I'd be interested to see what your fitness regime was like in high school. Maybe it was the same, maybe it wasn't. That's all right. But we're all here to share ideas and see what we can do to help each other out. So until my next video, have a good one.